Fani Willis admitted to a personal relationship with an outside prosecutor she appointed to manage the election interference case against former President Donald Trump. In a 176-page court filing, Willis said she and Nathan Wade developed a relationship in 2022, but that there was no relationship prior to his appointment as special prosecutor.
In the legal world, there are figures that command attention. One such figure is Nathan Wade, but behind the polished facade lies a story that is about to be unraveled in the courtroom. Will he be found guilty, and how will he react to his prison sentence? Nathan Wade's trial. Recently, Nathan Wade found himself in the midst of a high-profile divorce case where his personal life became the subject of intense scrutiny. Allegations of affairs, conflicting statements, and questionable financial transactions have cast a shadow over his once sterling reputation. As the opposing counsel begins their questioning, all eyes are on Nathan Wade. The tension in the room is palpable as the first cracks in his testimony start to emerge. There were revelations about Nathan Wade's personal relationship with District Attorney Fani Willis. It was discovered that they have been involved in some romantic relationship. It didn't help that the attorney's line of questioning exposed a discrepancy between Wade's previous statements and his current testimony. The attorney's relentless pursuit of the truth reveals that while Nathan Wade may not have receipts, he does have statements that could shed light on his personal travels with District Attorney Willis. The courtroom is left wondering what these statements might reveal. The evidence also pointed out that Nathan Wade and District Attorney Willis had spent nights together during their travels, adding another layer of complexity to their relationship. The courtroom is left to ponder the significance of these overnight stays and what they might imply. The opposing counsel, relentless in their pursuit of the truth, continues to chip away at Nathan Wade's credibility. Every question, every answer, brings the courtroom closer to the heart of the matter. The attorney's questions about the frequency of Nathan Wade's phone conversations with District Attorney Willis shed light on the evolving nature of their relationship. The courtroom is left to wonder about the significance of these conversations and what they might reveal about the true nature of their connection. Nathan Wade, known for his expertise and success in the courtroom, now has his reputation under scrutiny as these shocking allegations come to the surface. The most sensational of these claims is that Nathan Wade has been working an astonishing 24 hours in a single day. As impossible as that sounds, the public is captivated by these rumors, and everyone is eager to uncover the truth. As the reports and testimonies continue to circulate, Wade is given the chance to clarify these allegations. To this effect, Wade replied, "Thank you for giving me the opportunity to address this matter. I want to make it clear that I have never worked 24 hours in a day. There seems to be a misunderstanding regarding the billing format used in some of my invoices. If you examine the invoices closely, you'll notice that the 24-hour period mentioned does not refer to the duration of work. It signifies the date of completion, not the entire workday." As the courtroom drama unfolds, another aspect of Nathan Wade's life comes under scrutiny: his romantic relationship with Miss Willis. The prosecution raises questions about the timing and influence of this relationship, adding another layer of complexity to the case. Nathan Wade confirmed, though, that he had a romantic relationship with Fani Willis in 2022, even before he signed the contract extension on November 15, 2022. Moving the spotlight to Fani Willis, the district attorney known for her high-profile cases, including the prosecution of former President Donald Trump. She is now at the center of a scandal. According to court documents and testimony, it is alleged that Willis paid Nathan Wade, the chief prosecutor in the Trump election fraud trial, from her seized property fund. This fund is meant to be used for specific purposes, such as supporting law enforcement initiatives and community programs, not for paying a prosecutor's salary. What makes this scandal even more shocking is the amount of money involved. A review of Wade's invoices reveals that he earned an average of $25,149 a month for the first 26 months on the case, despite never having prosecuted a felony before. This raises serious questions about the fairness and transparency of the legal process, but the allegations don't stop there. It is also claimed that Wade and Willis were in a romantic relationship prior to him being hired as the prosecutor in the Trump case. This has led to accusations of favoritism and conflicts of interest. The timeline of their relationship has become a key point of contention, with phone records suggesting that they were involved before the Georgia election fraud case even began. To add fuel to the fire, a Georgia prosecutor has offered to testify against Willis, further increasing the pressure on her. These allegations have cast a shadow over the integrity of the legal system and raised concerns about the misuse of taxpayer money. The Fulton County District Attorney's Office has vehemently denied these allegations, stating that Wade was not paid from the seized property fund. However, the evidence presented in court documents and the testimonies of the defense attorney and other witnesses raise serious doubts about these denials. As this scandal continues to unfold, unfold, it has sent shockwaves through the legal and political spheres. The allegations of illegal payments and conflicts of interest have raised serious questions about the integrity of the legal system and the fairness of high-profile cases. The public is demanding answers and accountability from Fani Willis, who has built a reputation as a tough prosecutor. Invoices and work contracts disclosed to Trump's co-accused, Michael Roman, show that Wade was earning over $31,000 a month from July to November 2023 and has been on a rate of $250 an hour for the last 2 years. These figures are staggering, especially considering Wade's lack of experience in prosecuting felonies. The invoices also reveal specific details of the work Wade claimed to have done. For example, a team meeting drafting accounted for 33 hours of work, totaling $8,250. Another entry, team argument and prep, accounted for 32 hours of work, totaling $8,000. These numbers raise eyebrows and suggest that there may have been unnecessary and excessive billing. Another entry in the invoices reveals that Wade billed for travel out of state and interview witness, which lasted 18 hours and amounted to $4,500. These details raise concerns about the necessity and legitimacy of these expenses. Were these hours and expenses truly justified, or were they inflated to maximize Wade's earnings? It is important to note that these invoices were obtained through an open records request and have not been disputed by the Fulton County District Attorney's Office. The public is left wondering how such high payments were justified, especially for someone with limited experience in prosecuting felonies. The invoices also raise questions about the fairness and transparency of the legal process. How was Wade able to command such high rates without a proven track record in felony prosecutions? These revelations have further eroded public trust in the legal system and fueled speculation about potential corruption and favoritism. It is crucial to note that these questionable billing practices have not been addressed or explained by the Fulton County District Attorney's Office. The lack of transparency and accountability only adds to the public's outrage and demands for answers. The financial details and questionable billing practices in the Fani Willis and Nathan Wade scandal have shocked the nation. The exorbitant payments and questionable expenses raise serious concerns about the fairness and integrity of the legal system. As this scandal continues to unfold, the public is demanding answers and accountability from Fani Willis and Nathan Wade. As the trial progressed, tensions ran high, with both the prosecution and defense presenting their cases. But it was during the cross-examination of a key witness that the courtroom was about to witness a jaw-dropping revelation. Terrence Bradley, a former divorce attorney and the law partner of Nathan Wade, found himself in the hot seat. As he took the stand, little did he know that his testimony would become the catalyst for a shocking revelation. The defense attorney presented Bradley with a series of text messages he had sent to an events attorney. These messages would soon expose a hidden truth about the relationship between Nathan Wade and Fani Willis. As the text messages were read out in court, Bradley's face turned pale, clearly taken aback by the content of his own messages. The courtroom held its breath, sensing that something significant was about to be revealed. The messages explicitly asked about the nature of the relationship between Wade and Willis, leaving no room for ambiguity. The defense attorney then posed a direct question to Bradley. Did the relationship start before Willis appointed Wade to lead the investigation into Trump's efforts to overturn the 2020 presidential election results? Bradley's initial response was a resounding absolutely, according to the court records. The defense attorneys, as well as some of Trump's lawyers, couldn't hide their astonishment. Steve Sau, one of Trump's lawyers, couldn't help but question Bradley's sudden change in testimony. As the trial continued, the prosecution and defense were left grappling with the credibility of Terrence Bradley's conflicting testimony. The defense had alleged that the relationship between Wade and Willis had started long before Willis appointed him to oversee the investigation. In a motion filed by the defense, it was claimed that their relationship had begun when Willis was still married, years before she appointed Wade to his prominent position. This revelation sent shockwaves through the courtroom, as it directly contradicted Willis's assertion that their relationship only became romantic in 2022. The spectators and jury members exchanged bewildered glances, realizing the potential impact this revelation could have on the corruption trial. The timeline of their relationship had become a crucial point of contention, and the truth needed to be uncovered. As the trial progressed, the defense presented evidence to support their claim. They highlighted the text messages exchanged between Bradley and the events attorney, which seemed to confirm the existence of a relationship between Wade and Willis. The text messages, read out in court painted a picture of a relationship that had started long before the public was aware. The messages hinted at a deep connection between Wade and Willis, raising questions about the impartiality of the investigation he led. However, when questioned about the timeline on the stand, Bradley seemed to backtrack, claiming that he had merely speculated in the text exchange and did not have direct knowledge of what actually occurred. This sudden change in his testimony left everyone perplexed. The defense attorneys seized upon this inconsistency, pressing Bradley for answers. They questioned why he would speculate about such a crucial matter and why his initial response had been so definitive. Bradley, visibly flustered, admitted that he did not remember why he had texted the events attorney in the first place. He vaguely mentioned feeling that the relationship started at the time, but couldn't recall the specifics. The tension in the courtroom reached its peak as the jury and spectators grappled with the conflicting testimonies and the potential implications for the corruption trial. The truth behind Nathan Wade and Fani Willis's relationship was shrouded in uncertainty, leaving everyone eager for more revelations. The affair. The affair all started with the high-profile divorce proceedings between Nathan Wade, a special prosecutor, and his estranged wife. But behind closed doors, a different story was unfolding. As the divorce proceedings progressed, Andrea Hastings, the attorney representing Nathan Wade's wife, began to suspect that there was more to the story than met the eye. Rumors had been circulating about a potential affair between Wade and his wife's attorney, Fulton County District Attorney, Fani Willis. Driven by her suspicions, Hastings took a bold step and subpoenaed Fani Willis, seeking to depose her in the ongoing divorce proceedings. In an exclusive sit-down interview with investigator Zach Merchant on 11 Alive, Andrea Hastings shed light on the evidence she had gathered. She revealed that she possessed documentary proof that strongly suggested a romantic relationship between Nathan Wade and Fani Willis. This evidence was the driving force behind her decision to pursue this line of questioning and investigation. Hastings attached credit card statements to a legal filing, which appeared to show that Wade and Willis had traveled together to Miami and San Francisco. While the purpose of these trips remained unclear, the implications were undeniable. The public was left wondering whether these were work-related trips or secret rendezvous between the two. As the story gained traction, the public eagerly awaited the response from Fani Willis and Nathan Wade. However, both remained silent, refusing to comment on the allegations. Fani Willis stated that she would only respond through court filings, while Nathan Wade seemed to be avoiding any requests for comment. The affair between Nathan Wade and his wife's attorney had become a national scandal, captivating the attention of the public and the media. The shocking details and the potential implications for the ongoing criminal case involving former President Donald Trump only added to the intrigue. For Nathan Wade, the consequences were immediate and severe. As a special prosecutor in a high-profile criminal case, his credibility and integrity were called into question. The public began to question whether he had compromised his position and allowed personal interests to influence his professional decisions. The trust that had been placed in him was shattered, and his reputation was tarnished. Fani Willis, as the district attorney, faced a similar backlash. The public expected her to uphold the highest standards of ethics and professionalism. The revelation of her involvement in an affair with the special prosecutor raised doubts about her ability to remain impartial and fair in her role as a prosecutor. Her credibility was called into question, and the public demanded answers. Both Wade and Willis faced scrutiny not only from the public, but also from their colleagues in the legal community. Their actions had cast a shadow over the ongoing criminal case, raising concerns about the integrity of the proceedings. The defense attorneys seized on this scandal, using it as an opportunity to challenge the credibility of the prosecution and the fairness of the trial. The fallout from the affair extended beyond personal and professional consequences. It had the potential to impact the ongoing criminal case involving former President Donald Trump and others. Defense attorneys seized on the affair as an opportunity to challenge the credibility of the prosecution and the fairness of the trial. The scandal threatened to undermine the integrity of the proceedings and cast doubt on the outcome. The scandal shattered their reputations, raised doubts about their credibility, and cast a shadow over the ongoing criminal case involving former President Donald Trump. The scandal surrounding Fani Willis and Nathan Wade's romantic relationship claims that their relationship began prior to Wade being hired as the prosecutor in the Trump election fraud trial. Phone records have emerged suggesting that Willis and Wade were involved romantically before the Georgia election fraud case even began. These records have become a key point of contention as they contradict the testimonies of both Willis and Wade, who insist that their relationship started after Wade was hired. The timeline timeline of their relationship has become a crucial aspect of this scandal, as it directly impacts the allegations of favoritism and conflicts of interest. If their relationship did indeed begin before Wade's appointment, it raises concerns about whether Willis may have shown bias in her decision to hire him, and whether their personal relationship influenced the handling of the case. During a court hearing, Fani Willis clarified the nature of her relationship with Nathan Wade at the time of his hiring. She emphasized that their connection was that of good friends, with no romantic involvement. Fani Willis went on to explain the distinction between a personal relationship and a romantic one. She firmly stated that she did not consider their friendship to be romantic before November 2021. This clarification is crucial to understanding the timeline and the nature of their relationship. With these statements, Fani Willis established the timeline and clarified the nature of her relationship with Nathan Wade before his hiring as the lead prosecutor. Their connection was that of good friends, and she maintained her privacy regarding her personal life. Sadly, in the midst of the fallout, Nathan Wade's estranged wife found herself caught in the middle of the scandal. Her personal life had been thrust into the public eye, and she became a subject of intense media scrutiny. The affair had not only shattered her marriage, but also exposed her to public humiliation and judgment. Some sympathized with her while expressing outrage at the betrayal she had endured. Others criticized Wade and Willis for their lack of judgment and the potential damage they had caused to the criminal case. Joycelyn Wade, Nathan's wife of over 26 years, finds herself caught in the middle of this shocking affair. Nathan and Joycelyn had 2 adult children and had built a life based on trust and commitment, except the foundation wasn't as strong as they portrayed. According to reports, Joycelyn and Nathan had been married since June 21, 1997. For the majority of their marriage, Joycelyn dedicated herself to being a stay-at-home mom, raising their children and supporting Nathan in his career. But little did she know that her world was about to be shattered. In August 2021, just a few months before Nathan's ex parte filing, the couple separated. The reasons behind their separation remain unclear, but it marked the beginning of a tumultuous period in Joycelyn's life. As the divorce proceedings began, Joycelyn found herself abandoned and defenseless. Reports indicate that she was accustomed to a bi-weekly $700 allowance for her personal care and expenses, which Nathan would deposit directly into her bank account. However, after filing for divorce, Nathan began continually withdrawing from the account, leaving Joycelyn without the means to afford attorney fees and her own personal expenses. Joycelyn's life took a drastic turn as she struggled to make ends meet. The financial strain caused by Nathan's actions made it nearly impossible for her to provide for herself and fight for her rights during the ongoing divorce proceedings. She was left feeling helpless and betrayed by the man she had dedicated her life to. In addition to all this, reports emerged that Nathan Wade had filed a motion to seal the records of his divorce from the public. While some filings were indeed sealed, others remained accessible, shedding light on the nature of the relationship between Nathan and Joycelyn. These filings provided a glimpse into the turmoil and betrayal that Joycelyn had experienced. In a desperate attempt to seek justice, Joycelyn filed a motion with the courts to obtain discovery from Nathan Wade. She hoped that this would shed light on his financial dealings and hold him accountable for his actions. However, Nathan has been accused of being in contempt as he has failed to respond properly and in a timely manner to Joycelyn's requests. The ongoing legal battle has taken a toll on Joycelyn, both emotionally and financially. She was forced to make a difficult decision and moved to Texas, where she relied on the help and support of her late father. Tragically, her father passed away in April 2023, leaving Joycelyn even more vulnerable during this challenging time. In a stunning twist, Joycelyn stepped forward with concrete evidence of the affair between Nathan and Fani. Bank records showed that Nathan and Fani had taken multiple trips together during the investigation into the election interference. The trips, once thought to be work-related, now took on a whole new meaning. It was a scandal of epic proportions, one that threatened to tarnish the reputations of 2 influential figures and cast doubt on the fairness of the legal proceedings they were involved in. In addition to this stunning revelation, it was also discovered that Wade's phone pinged at Willis's condo in Hapeville, Georgia. These visits occurred before Wade was even hired by Willis as the special prosecutor for the Trump case, contradicting their court testimony. Wade had previously claimed to have been at the condo no more than 10 times before his appointment. The sheer number of phone pings raises serious doubts about the accuracy of their statements, but the revelations don't stop there. In the months leading up to Willis hiring Wade, and even after he signed his first contract with her office, there were 2 instances where Wade appeared to visit the condo in the middle of the night. Charles Middlestat, the investigator hired by Trump's team, meticulously analyzed the cell phone and geolocation data, providing a detailed account of these suspicious visits. The evidence presented presented in the court filing goes beyond mere phone pings and late-night visits. Middlestat's analysis also reveals the extent of communication between Wade and Willis. Over the course of the 11-month period in 2021, they made over 2,000 voice calls and exchanged just under 12,000 interactions. These staggering numbers suggest a level of closeness and connection that is difficult to dismiss as merely professional. How can they claim that their romantic relationship only began in the spring of 2022 when evidence points otherwise? Who is Nathan Wade? Nathan Wade's first major breakthrough came in the late 90s when he joined the Fulton County District Attorney's Office. Known for his sharp intellect and unwavering dedication, he quickly rose through the ranks, earning a reputation as a formidable prosecutor. His relentless pursuit of justice and his ability to dissect complex cases made him a force to be reckoned with in the courtroom. As the years went by, Wade's reputation continued to grow, and he became a sought-after legal mind. His expertise in criminal law and his ability to navigate complex legal landscapes made him a valuable asset to the Fulton County District Attorney's Office. He was often called upon to consult on high-profile cases, providing invaluable insights and strategies. But it wasn't all smooth sailing for Wade. Like any successful prosecutor, he faced his fair share of challenges and controversies. Some critics accused him of being overly aggressive in his pursuit of convictions, while others questioned his motives and alleged political bias. However, Wade remained steadfast in his commitment to upholding the law and ensuring justice was served. It all began in the early months of 2019 when allegations of wrongdoing started swirling around the Trump administration. As the pressure mounted, the Fulton County District Attorney's Office launched an investigation into potential criminal activities involving the former president. One of the key turning points in the case came when a series of financial transactions that raised eyebrows were discovered and revealed. The evidence suggested potential money laundering and fraudulent activities, painting a damning picture of the former president's business dealings. The revelation sent shockwaves through the political landscape, and the public demanded answers. As the trial progressed, Wade faced immense pressure from both sides. Supporters of Trump accused him of political bias and a personal vendetta against the former president, while those seeking justice applauded his relentless pursuit of the truth. Wade, undeterred by the noise, remained focused on presenting a compelling case based on facts and evidence. After weeks of deliberation, the jury reached a verdict. Donald J. Trump, the 45th President of the United States, was found guilty on multiple charges, including fraud, obstruction of justice, and abuse of power. The courtroom erupted in a mix of emotions, from jubilation to disbelief. Nathan Wade's role in the trial had cemented his place in history as a prosecutor who fearlessly took on one of the most powerful men in the world. His unwavering commitment to justice and his relentless pursuit of truth had paid off, leaving an indelible mark on the legal landscape. In addition to his impressive roles as a former prosecutor and a judge, Wade has also made a significant impact in the realm of private practice. With years of experience as a private practitioner, Nathan has built a reputation as a zealous advocate for his clients and a skilled negotiator. As a private practitioner, Nathan J. Wade has dedicated himself to representing individuals and businesses in a wide range of legal matters. His law firm, Wade & Campbell Firm, has become a trusted name in the legal community, known for its commitment to providing exceptional legal services. Whether you're facing a personal injury claim, going through a divorce, dealing with a contract dispute, or involved in any type of civil litigation, Nathan is the attorney who will fight tirelessly for your rights. The story of how Fani Willis came into the picture began a few years ago, but was brought to the limelight in 2023 when former President Donald Trump found himself facing indictment. 13 criminal charges were filed against him in relation to his alleged interference in the 2020 presidential election results in Georgia. This indictment, filed by Fulton County District Attorney Fani Willis, sent shockwaves through the political landscape. Fani Willis, a determined and fearless prosecutor, had made a name for herself by taking on powerful figures. As a Democrat, she believed that no one, not even a former president, was above the law. The charges brought against Donald Trump were nothing short of explosive. The indictment included charges such as violation of Georgia's Racketeer-Influenced and Corrupt Organizations (RICO) Act, solicitation of a public officer to violate their oath of office, and filing false documents. These were serious allegations that carried severe penalties if proven guilty. But Donald Trump Trump was not the only one named in the indictment. His personal lawyer, Rudy Giuliani, and his former chief of staff, Mark Meadows, were also charged. The inclusion of these high-profile individuals added another layer of intrigue to the case. On August 31st, 2023, Donald Trump pleaded not guilty to the charges, maintaining his innocence and vowing to fight the allegations against him. Now all evidence shows that Nathan Wade was still married when he met Fani Willis. Attorney Ashley Merchant, representing Michael Roman, a former Trump official, was the first to uncover the shocking truth. In a motion filed on January 8th, Merchant revealed the romantic relationship between Willis and Wade, seeking to disqualify Willis and her office from a high-profile case. This revelation sent shockwaves through the legal community and set off a chain of events that would expose even more shocking details. As the investigation into Willis and Wade's relationship unfolded, more details emerged. She revealed that Wade's former law partner, Terrence Bradley, had approached her in early September, concerned about the divorce and the way Wade had treated his wife. Bradley shared with Merchant that Wade and Willis had met at hotels and an apartment in Hapeville, Georgia. They had taken trips together to Texas, Florida, Belize, and even the Bahamas. Merchant was able to verify these claims through credit card records and travel agency data. The evidence was mounting, and the scandal was about to explode. The defense in the election interference case against Donald Trump and his co-defendants argued that the relationship had compromised the integrity of the investigation. They claimed that Willis had misused state funds to pay Wade, funds that were later used for their vacations together. Despite the couple's admission to being in a relationship, they maintained that it didn't begin until after Wade was hired by Willis. However, the mounting evidence and testimonies from Bradley and Yurdi painted a different picture. The scandal had far-reaching consequences, not only for Willis and Wade, but also for the case against Trump and his allies. The defense's argument raised questions about the impartiality of the investigation and the credibility of the evidence presented. The scandal cast a shadow over the entire case, leading to doubts and skepticism from both the public and legal experts. The integrity of the justice system was called into question, and the fallout was just beginning. As the investigation continued, the consequences of Willis and Wade's actions reverberated throughout the legal and political spheres. The scandal became a focal point of public discourse, with debates raging about the ethics and integrity of those in power. The Georgia election interference case, once seen as a landmark investigation, now faced scrutiny and uncertainty. As the scandal continues to unfold, will justice be served? Can the credibility of the prosecution be restored? These questions linger in the minds of the public. Click on the videos on your screen to enjoy similar content.